Hey Aries, thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate you being here. Aries, this is going to be your read for February of 2019. A brand new series that I want to introduce. I haven't really titled it yet, but maybe I'll put something in the, I don't know, maybe by the time I post it, I'll have a title for it. But anyways, I want to just go over any toxic energies that might be arising in February. You know, toxic energies, toxic situationships or people or whatever, right? I wanted to take a look at that and see what types of energies you might have to combat there in February or whenever you're watching this, okay? So, Aries, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning, then I'm glad you're back, okay? Also, let me go ahead and say I am using a brand new deck, a very coveted deck here, the Twin Flame Shadows by Mystic Moon. She does have quite a few decks, but I am using this one today, okay? And I will link where you can buy the deck or where you can check it out if you feel inclined to, okay? So without further ado, Aries, let's go ahead and pull these cards. All right, Aries, February 2019. What types of toxic energy does Aries have to deal with? Either within themselves or within the people around them. What may be on the horizon for Aries, February 2019? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If it doesn't resonate to you, then just leave it where it is and check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, okay? While I'm shuffling, I did go ahead and I wanted to let anyone know who had any issues hearing me in any of my videos that I actually have bought a microphone. So hopefully this solves some of that or solves it completely, okay? All right, Aries, I think we're ready. I love these cards. All right, let's take a look. All right, Aries, we got ruthless. We got power. Oh, Jesus. And we have non-action. What? Okay, Aries. Aries, wow. Okay, so I do feel like there's this energy where a lot of you Aries, you will be exercising a lot of your power, but I don't feel like it's in a very physical way, okay? I do feel like it's more so in a very manipulative way, Aries. Or you may have this energy being put on you where maybe someone is trying to manipulate you, maybe someone that is in a position of power over you. Whether maybe it's a boss at the job or maybe, just, I don't know, anybody, right? Anybody that you may come across here that may be trying to exert some sort of authority over you. I'm feeling the sense that, or you to them, right? I'm getting the sense that it's being done like, because it can be, right? And not because it should be, or not because, it's supposed to be, but it's like someone is saying, you know what, I'm gonna go have I'm gonna have control of this situation because I'm powerful enough to do it. And I don't even have to do much. I feel like it's like they can delegate someone to do whatever. And you as well, Aries, where you could be like in the position to be able to like delegate some sort of action that you don't take, but others do take on your behalf. Okay. So it's like you have power, you have a lot of power, but it's the sense of, I don't want to say power hungry, but it's more like you're, well, yeah. Some of you could be power hungry. Some of you could just be, you just may not understand the sense, like you may not understand how to be sensitive when it comes to, exerting your force, like you just may not know exactly how strong you are. And that may cause you to maybe do something that may harm someone else. Or something that is like, you may have to, you know what, honestly, I just got this right here, but Aries, some of you may, oh boy, Okay, some of you may actually have to give up power in a situation this month, okay? And some of you may actually be giving up power to someone who kind of seems a little bit more, not driven, but a little bit more, it's like they're a formidable opponent, right? But whereas you have a sense of empathy, it's like they don't, you know? So let's see what the tarot has to add to this, Aries. I'm interested in seeing what this means. What is the energy for February for Aries? With the tarot, okay. So, all right. The Eight of Wands popped out immediately. I wasn't even done shuffling, but I will take it. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands, oh boy, let's see here. I think that for some of you, you're going to be having to, some of you will be in communication with some sort of boss, some sort of leader, or you're the leader having to communicate with your subordinates, right? This could be where somebody is kind of like, you know, there may be like, they have some authority from like afar, right? So for some of you, this could be like, you know, some manager that isn't local, right? But they somehow manage your department, or, you know, or I don't know, it could be any situation where you're dealing with someone from afar, right? Or you just maybe having a lot of back and forth communication with someone, and whether or not that's going anywhere, I don't know, but let's see. Okay, the Hierophant. And then the Ten of Wands. Interesting. Okay, Aries. So with the Hierophant here, under the Power card, so I do feel, yeah, I feel like some of you are having to kind of relinquish power. Some of you may be stepping down. Some of you, yeah, some of you may be stepping down. Some of you may be hearing some communication where you're having to step down from a situation, maybe step down from a job, or maybe deny a promotion that you were up against and kind of give it to someone else that maybe is a little bit undeserving of it. But at any rate, with the Ten of Wands here, under the non-action card, excuse me, I get the sense that with the Ten of Wands here under the non-action card, Aries, that honestly, I get the sense that you don't really want to put, it's like you don't want to relinquish this power up. You don't want to put down this burden, right? You've worked really, really hard to gain, you know, all of the experiences, all of the knowledge, all of the, you know, know-how, right? Or, you know, you've been put through this particular situation for a very long time. And now all of a sudden you're hearing communication from someone who just automatically feels that they can be authoritative over you. It's like, you don't want to, it's like you don't, okay, I see it. I see it, Aries. You're reluctant. You're reluctant to relinquish that power with the non-action and the Ten of Wands. You know, you know it's a lot to carry. You know that power that you have right now for some of you is a lot to carry. It is a lot to deal with, but I do feel as though, you know, you are strong enough to do it. You have been doing it, but there's some sort of communication coming where it's like, you know, it may be coming down from like, you know, the top down, right? From like a chain of command where you're going to be having to step down from something. Okay. Now this could be work, or I don't know, this could be some sort of relationship maybe between you and another person. I don't feel romantic. It doesn't feel really romantic. I mean, it could be romantic for some of you if you may be dealing with power struggles here in the relationship. You know, you've maybe have been in this relationship for quite some time, and you know, it's just to the point to where maybe you guys aren't necessarily seeing eye to eye, and you possibly could be separated. And this person that you're dealing with is like, you know, it's like they're impossible to talk to, right? It's like, you know, everything that you have to say, they, you know, they have a rebuttal. every action that you try to take, right, it's like they have a equal reaction. So it's to the point to where it's like you don't take any action. You just sit there and you just carry, you know? So let's see how we can clarify this. This is interesting. Okay, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and then the Devil card, and then under the deck we have the Chariot. Okay, Aries. Excuse me. So yeah, I get this sense, Aries, where you are you're 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 taking the situation that you're being presented with, right? And it's like, okay, you know, I it's almost as if it's like you don't mind kind of putting yourself not that you want to step down, right? But it's like you just don't mind maybe isolating yourself if it means that you get to hold on to your power, right? Because I don't see that you want to move on it. You don't want to act on it, okay? You know, against what anyone else is telling you or the judgment of maybe any like higher ups or anybody else of some sort of authoritative figure. You know, it's like, you know, well, why can't I just, you know, do what I do, you know, over here, you know? We got the 10. Oh yeah, the 8 of Wands, then the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, some of you, it's like Aries, it's like you've been trying to take action, right? Like you've been trying to like maybe take your projects and like relocate yourself, even if that means you have to isolate yourself, right? But it's not really going over with a lot of people, okay? It's like people are still wanting to be in the mix. They still want to, you know, understand what you're doing, right? Or they just completely just don't agree with what you're doing, and they, you know, just rather you just take the advice to maybe like step down or to, you know, step away. Okay, but with the Devil card being here under the 10 of Wands and the non-action Aries, I get the sense that there's this energy where, you know, you may find yourself a little bit stuck, but it's only because you haven't necessarily decided what you're going to do. And it's almost as though like the choices that you do have are just very limited, if any, right? It's like, okay, I can either step down and, you know, continue to do what I do, but from, you know, the perspective of like a subordinate for some of you, or for others of you, it's just like, okay, or I can completely isolate myself and continue to do my projects, right? But either way, it's leading you to this stuck place here with the Devil, okay? And it falls very appropriately under the non-action card. Sorry for my sniffles. I'm kind of trying to get over a little cold here, but with the Devil card here under the 10 of Wands and the non-action, yeah, there's this energy where it's like you're stuck, but you're stuck right at the threshold, okay? You're stuck right at the threshold of something different. And all you have to do is really just move on here with the Chariot card. If you can just find this energy to just move on, possibly, then Aries, I think that things may work out just a little bit smoother for you. Yeah, there's a resistance here. The resistance here is, again, you don't want to give up your position or your authority or your power to anyone or any certain thing. But regardless of either you stepping down or isolating yourself, it's still going to lead you into a place where you're going to be stuck, or you're going to be just, I almost kind of feel like you're going to be like in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Like, and you're going to be stuck in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But here with the Chariot, though, I really feel like, you know, Spirit is kind of giving you that advice. Like, listen, you know, just keep it moving. Yeah, you might have to step down from something, but just keep it moving. Keep working hard, right? Because eventually there's going to be something else that you're going to be able to build upon. Or some of you may choose to just move on completely into something else, because again, this is the 10. So some of you are, you know, just kind of just taking this big change here. Like, we got 3 5s. We got the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and then the Hierophant, which is a 5. So, yeah, big change, a big change. What's under this Chariot? Let's see. Oh, the Fool. Yeah, so see, there's something bright. There's something new. There's something way better, right, than what someone else may be either trying to manipulate you out of or what you're trying to hold on to. Excuse me. So let's get some more advice. Yeah, and I honestly, as I'm saying this, as I'm shuffling the cards, I do feel like there's this energy where no matter how hard you try to resist, like whatever is trying to come for you or trying to come for your spot, they're not gonna give up. They're not gonna give up. It's almost as though like it's like this is the it's like this is you, right? It's how I see it. Like this is you, and then this is the person or the situation that's not giving up, and then this is you like saying no, I'm gonna stay right here and I'm gonna do what I need to do. But the thing is that, you know, this energy, it may not seem toxic, but it can lead to a toxic situation there with the Devil card. So yeah, if you find yourself in this energy, Pisces, I mean Aries, I'm sorry. If you find yourself in this energy, then just, I would say to just, I would say personally that, you know, you got so much positive things happening for you that you can move right on into. Okay? So let's see what other advice that we have here for you. Okay? We got Spirit, unseen forces watch over you. I want to get one more. The Shield, you're safe from harm. I like this. Aries, I like this. This is good because this is, see, this is advice here. And I feel like this advice from the Spirit is letting you know, like, listen, I understand that, you know, or Spirit understands, or whoever it is that you pray to, or if you feel like, you know, you deal with your spirit guides or universe, or, you know, honestly, whatever you want to call it, or however you connect to the greater force that's around us. Understand that that force is watching over this situation. It is watching over you. You're going to be safe from harm. Okay. So some of you may be trying, you know, maybe reluctantly, you know, rather, excuse me, I can't talk. Some of you may be reluctant to relinquish your power to something because you feel as though it's like the fear of the unknown. It's like, okay, well, now what happens next? You know, I've been running things for this long, so now what? Right? But it's okay because you can move on into things that are unknown, but you can do it with a positive mindset because Spirit is reminding you that you actually are safe. Okay? You are safe, and that this energy that may be happening, it is supposed to happen, but you could possibly turn this into a toxic situation by not taking action, by trying to stay in a situation that just isn't for you anymore, Aries. So I'm sorry if I kept saying Pisces in this thing, but I don't know. You didn't have any of the similar cards. I don't know. Maybe the situation might revolve around a Pisces. I don't need to see any water in here other than with the non-action card. But anyways, Aries, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Let me know how this works out in the comment box below. You know, I do appreciate your comments, your likes, your shares, and of course your subscribes. If you haven't subscribed already, I do invite you to subscribe. And make sure that you tune in live every Wednesday and Thursday night. I do go live face-to-face. It's very interactive. So singles on Wednesdays, and then your weekend update on Thursdays. And I don't know, guys, if you can go to my community page, you might want to check out a little poll that I did, because I don't know if I want to do, well, I don't know how I want to do the singles thing. You know, I don't know if I want to do it live every Wednesday or if I just want to just go live separately. Well, anyways, Aries, let me go. I've talked your ear off enough. If you'd like to book a personal reading, then just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. Aries, take care. Have a good one.